Hey, what's up everyone, I'm Olivia, and thank you for joining us here on Livewire. Now let's check in on some news and updates from this past week.
On this week's episode of his Grilling JR podcast, Ross addressed the situation with McMahon following the allegations that were made in Ms. Grant's lawsuit, where the former employee has accused McMahon of physical and emotional abuse, sexual assault, and sex trafficking. McMahon resigned from WWE and its parent company TKO Group Holdings after Grant's lawsuit was filed, and McMahon has vowed to vigorously defend himself against the allegations. Grilling JR co-host Conrad Thompson asked Ross how he thinks the lawsuit will affect McMahon's legacy. Ross believes it will impact McMahon's legacy to some degree, but he doesn't believe it will be earth-shattering. Ross said you'll never be able to take away what McMahon was able to build in WWE. Ross was the voice of WWE during his decades working as a commentator for the company. A WWE Hall of Famer, Ross also served as WWE's Executive Vice President of Talent Relations for a period of time.
What do you make of all this Vince McMahon news across the aisle, so to speak?
Lots of change afloat. And personally, I'll be glad when that change, the winds have swept that change on through. I'm tired of it. It's embarrassing in a lot of ways that it's happened this way. It's affected a lot of innocent people. That's my take on it. I might be wrong, but it's time to move on. It's time to move on and cause some rest and peace for some people.
How do you think this affects Vince McMahon's legacy in professional wrestling?
Well, it'll affect it to some degree, but not. It won't be earth shattering. It won't be a big seismographic change because he's still Vince McMahon and he still built some amazing company that many of us in different forms of pro wrestling are still celebrating and still playing off of. I just think it's time for all of us to move on and find happier days and build from there. But you'll never be able to take away what Vince built. Now, we got a new deal, and I'll be back. Pardon me. I'll be back to do more work. I'm assuming it's going to be centered around the pay-per-views that we're having. We're adding more pay-per-views. There's going to be more big events. I assume that, as I said here, that those big events will be the pay-per-views, and I'll be involved to some degree in those. So time will tell. We'll see. I'm here. I'm getting better, and that will work for me. If I'm working just the pay-per-views, then I'm very happy to do that. So just a matter of getting back in the game, Connie, and playing. Give me the playbook. Let's go play.
Citing sources in both AEW and New Japan, Barrasso reported that Okada feels his best opportunity to succeed is in AEW, which will not force he or his family to move from Japan if they choose not to. In a detailed report, SI's Justin Barrasso stated that working with the Elite was the deciding factor in Okada signing with AEW, even though he loved the idea of being part of a WrestleMania. And then, there's his long-standing relationship with the Jackson brothers. Barrasso also reported on the trust Okada has in AEW head Tony Khan, who signed him to a reportedly multi-million-dollar deal for multiple years. According to the report, it was Khan's idea, along with the agreement of the Jacksons, Omega, and Okada, who decided Okada should debut as a heel, with the natural rivalry with Omega resuming at some point in the future.
Money! The newest member of the Elite! Oh my God! The Rainmaker! Kazuchika Okada!
This has been your weekly Livewire news and updates from around the world of pro wrestling. Thank you for watching and catch us next week for more news and updates.